Welcome back to GB9 Garage. Day 2 of the weekend here, so we're going to try to get some more done. Unfortunately, I don't think we're completely out of the woods on doing things in slightly the wrong order when it comes to the torque tube and getting all the things put back onto it before we put it back in the car. The next thing we have to deal with is the heat shield that was under there that got super tweaked when I went to take it out before. So it's a little out of shape, which makes it a little bit difficult to figure out how it goes in there. But there's also some bits that bolt up above it to the bottom of the heat shield. I mean, at the top of the heat shield, the bottom of the torque tube there. And so, getting my hand in there again is going to be challenging. But at least this I can bend out of the way and then bend it back. So I think we'll be good. But we're going to see what we can get done today. So here we go. Well, it seems that each day this weekend is going to start with some challenge because I didn't do this in the right order. So here we go. Let me show you what I got going on now. Okay, it's a little bit of a challenge. I'm not sure how focused this is, but that right there, that bolt is part of the bell housing bolts, and it has that black bracket. I'm not sure how great that's coming through, but there's a black bracket that comes off of this heat shield that bends over and mounts in there. So I got that one in, no problem. But on the other side, welcome to the transmission lines again. This goes here in this bolt, but that bolt is blocked from coming all the way out by these transmission lines, and there's no way to move them now. They're all bolted in. And after yesterday's fun, I'm not going to try to change that situation. So you can see from here, there's the bolt. I can get it out that far, and I got to get this into there. So, like yesterday, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create a slot in this so that I can just slot it in there and get that bolted in. Again, should function just the same, just a little sloppy because I didn't do the way I should be doing it. So anyway, well, I expected a completely different path today, but doesn't matter. We got done what we had to get done. That heat shield going in there, another perfect example of things I should have done before I put the two pieces of the car back together. Definitely was a huge challenge trying to get this put back in there. With it already, the torque tube already up in the car. So, big mistake there, but we got through it. I just had to do a lot of, metal bending. Thankfully, it's just a very soft, heat shield. So it was pretty easy to bend, thankfully. So anyway, I got that all up in there. I did have to cut the slot in that one piece that mounted to the bell housing bolt, but I got that in there. And then if you look right here, I got some shiny new bits in here from Velocity AP. Thank you guys over there at Velocity AP. Super excited to have these installed. So that's awesome. I also got a tune from them. So we'll be working on that when we get this thing started. Once I got this far though, and I started realizing that this was a huge mistake, not getting all this installed before I put the two pieces back together, I realized it's probably best for me to just go ahead and get this entire exhaust system put all the way in. So short of the muffler, everything is put in. I got everything in all the way back to where the muffler mounts. Got all the heat shields in, all the plates in that go above them, above the exhaust anyway. So all that is in now under here. When I go to do the transmission, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to take that left side, driver's side, rear piece out again in order to get to the fill tube on the side of the transmission. But again, I'll deal with that as a separate piece. Right now, I just wanted to get it all put in so I know it all fit. Looks like I got a bunch of, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, there you go. See, I've been working. Anyway, all right, so there you go. I'm gonna clean up just a little bit because I think the next step is to actually do some wiring harness hookups. And so I'm gonna try to get a couple of those things done because I didn't get one thing on the checklist done. We're still on step 22 or 23, I think. I didn't get any of that done because none of this was on the, on the list because this was all assumed from the steps I took anyway, assumed to already be together. I only went through getting all this off the car. I didn't go through getting the engine out and all that stuff on the instructions. I just did that willy-nilly, and well, we've seen how that's panned out. So there you go. Let me get cleaned up just a little bit, maybe clean up my face a little bit so I look better on camera because, this is about how I look, right? And then we'll try to get maybe a couple of the wiring harnesses hooked back up and see where we get. I don't know if you guys remember back in the video when I was trying to get the wiring harness disconnected from the car, and I couldn't find where the dang wiring harness went through the firewall and then therefore where it plugged in inside the car. Well, the nice thing about putting things back together, when you remember anyway, is that it goes back together a lot easier. So yeah, I got the main wiring harness through the firewall and plugged back into all the plugs where they go. So the next thing to do is I'm putting in each of the computers inside the engine bay here. So the 2 PCMs. So we'll get those put in right now. That's the PCM in on this. This is the passenger side. And then we've got it installed over here on the driver's side. So PCM installed. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it quits for the day on that. Yeah, I made a lot of progress today, just not on the checklist. That whole exhaust system had to go in. It just wasn't on that list, so obviously it doesn't. I don't get the check boxes for that, but it needed to get done, so it's done. We've got a couple of items on the checklist done, and when we get back at it in the next couple of days, we'll knock out some more. Hopefully, we'll get this thing started in the next couple of days. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe this video. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.